Good morning. How are we doing today, guys? All right, we got a special live edition from the north side of Indy. I've been a little busy this week, so I've been letting you guys keep submitting questions, and I have been just piling them up, and we're going to answer them all today. We got a lot of questions today, a couple events to go over. So let's go ahead and get started right into it. You guys are sending me questions as I'm speaking right now, so I love it. Keep up the good work, guys. All right, first one is from Jessie, and she's asking what the word slut means, why it's thrown around so much. Her email to me basically said that she's with her boyfriend. They've been together for 7 months. She's the only guy that she slept with, basically, and she wears a little bit of provocative clothing. She said she's a little busty, so it's kind of hard to not wear provocative clothing as far as like tops that show off cleavage and what have you. And I guess she said she doesn't really act slutty. They don't really go out and drink and party it up, So she's wondering why her parents, and when noticing that she just had a bed and a floor to sit on in her apartment, they said that it's kind of slutty. Basically, Jesse, I would tell your parents to piss off, because if that's their definition of a slut, is that all your apartment has to sit on is the floor or the bed, that's absolutely ridiculous. It's beyond ignorant. The word slut is thrown around a lot with women who show cleavage. Mostly, from my view, is because women are jealous. That's completely the only reason. Otherwise, they have no speculation to judge you on unless they personally know you and you've been sleeping around a lot. So I wouldn't worry at all about it. You said this is the only guy that you've slept with, and you've been with him for 7 months. That is absolutely not a slut. I think it's real easy in today's terms to throw the word slut around because we're just so used to it. We're so normal to it. So I don't think it's something that, is even a harsh meaning anymore. I mean, even in joking terms, we say slut now. So I really wouldn't worry about it. I think it's just become so much a part of our vocabulary now that people just use it as a normal phrase. But yeah, as far as your case goes, I definitely would not worry about it any at all. And now to our next one. Leona sent me a email asking why her boyfriend is ignoring her, and she actually knew that he was going to be hanging out with friends, and she went to the mall, what you said, and you saw him hanging out with friends, which he was, and was walking and talking with another female, and then proceeded to hug her pretty close and whatnot. And you said that you knew who this female was, that it was an old friend of his, but when he saw you there, and I quote, he saw me and walked past with a look like he had been caught. And you're saying he's ignoring your messages online now. Leona, you've stated that you both are in high school. I don't know how to tell you this, but chances are he's already slipped his pickle somewhere else. Okay, so chances are he's either ready to break up with you, or he's done it that you're gonna want to break up with him. And so I wouldn't really fret about it. You said it's been on your mind a lot. You're in high school. You got your whole life ahead of you, so I wouldn't worry about douchebags like this. So I would tell them to go to hell, and then, spend your time on someone that's more worthwhile and more worth your time. All right, now, Chris sent me a message, and he said, I'm kind of nervous. I swallowed a fly. Am I in trouble? Am I going to get sick or anything? Chris, no. You're not going to grow wings. You're not going to barf. You're not going to grow a cancerous tumor in you. You swallowed a fly, man. That's about all there is to it. There's nothing that's really bad that's going to happen from it. I've heard from small circles before that they possibly contain protein somewhere in them, but I don't know how true that is or not. But in reality, no. You're going to be just fine. To tell you the honest-to-God truth, Chris, about a week ago, I have a giant mug of coffee that I take to work, and it has a little flip-up top for it, and I flipped the top up, I took a drink, I put it down on my desk, I walked away, and I was doing some paperwork somewhere else. I came back, I took a drink, and I said, well, that's a hard substance in there. I joke you not, Chris. A fly had flown into my coffee and drowned because obviously it couldn't swim back up out of the coffee. I had literally swashed around a fly in my mouth before realizing something was in there, spit it out, and I assure you I did not drink the rest of that entire mug of coffee. But, lo and behold, here I am. I've had a fly in my mouth, and I can tell you I've swallowed a fly before. It's not pleasant, it's gross, but you'll live. You'll be alright, man. Now, Connie sent me an email about her boyfriend who is in kind of an interesting situation. I've never really heard of things like this. I'm sure it exists, but basically her boyfriend hangs out with his guy friends all the time, and the interesting part of this is that his guy friends bring along women that they're trying to hook up with. So there's no real, I guess, foul play among Connie's boyfriend being there. It's just that when he goes and hangs out, he's around all these women because his friends are trying to hook up with these women. And I guess Connie said it's making her a little bit uneasy. And naturally so, you know. I mean, if my girlfriend went and hung out with her girlfriends and there's all these, single guys there, because her friends are trying to hook up with them, I'd be a little bit uneasy about that, I used to be one of those guys. If you got a boyfriend, I don't really care. There's guys out there like that. That'll still play it to the bone. They'll try and do what they can to score a win. So, Connie, I do understand why you're a little bit uneasy about that. The interesting thing I found about it, though, is why are they bringing these women? They say now it's almost a regular, you told me now, it's almost a regular occurrence that when they go out, the guys go out and hang out, these women come with them. Why? I mean, I got to tell you, Connie, no offense to you, but women are just annoying when you're trying to hang out with guys, and have guy time. You're going out to have some beers. You're going out to watch the games, You're going out to drink it up. And, I mean, I got to tell you, me and the guys, when we hung out, we never invited women. If women were already there, that's one thing. But women just drag you down and slow you down as far as hanging out when you're just the guys hanging out. So I was just curious as to why they always bring these women along. It's one thing if it's one guy, he's hanging out with this woman because he's trying to hook up with her. But it's another thing now that you said it's a regular occurrence, and that whenever the guys go hang out, these women go with them. And I mean, I got to tell you, that would drive me nuts too, Connie. Because I would not want women hanging out every time we hang out around with the guys. Yeah, I'm not sure why they're doing that. If they aren't hooking up with them and no progress has been made and they're still hanging out with them, then I'm not sure. That boggles my mind. But yes, I understand. And your main question was, how do I bring it up to him? Because when I did, he said I was being foolish, was what you said. And, I mean, I'd be honest with him. Just tell you why it makes you uneasy, because women don't stop. They know if a guy has a boyfriend but they want to sleep with him, they'll do it. They'll try it, So, just be honest with him. You as a woman can give him insight that he won't see. So, yeah, but I definitely understand where you're coming from, and no, you're not being ridiculous thinking this. All right, now Xavier asked me, he said that his family is giving him a lot of criticism right now because he met his current girlfriend online, and he said there's been nothing awkward or nothing, no foul play or anything like that. He said that they're just not understanding it. They're more used to the old-fashioned, his family is more used to the old-fashioned way of meeting people in person. Then you start dating, and Xavier, I need you to tell your family to wake the hell up and come into today's terms, okay? Because this is 2013, all right? You did nothing wrong. You should not be ashamed at all. I can't even tell you how many people I know that have met online, a lot of who are still together, That is today's dating, Now, it's the safe way to date now. It's the new way. I don't even know if it's the new way to date now anymore. But, you have nothing to be embarrassed about. And a little insight into me, Xavier, I met my current girlfriend that I've known for well over a year, probably going on 2 years, and I've been dating her for like 7-8 months, and we're doing great, I met her online, so there is absolutely nothing wrong with meeting people online, and if it develops into something more than just flings or friendships, then that's great, man. So yeah, tell your family to piss off, dude, because this is today's terms, and that's how people meet sometimes, and there is nothing wrong with that at all. So more power to you, buddy, for meeting your girlfriend and things working out. All right, Jack asked me, he's got a friends with benefits, and now it's kind of dwindled down a little bit, but they're still good friends, and her birthday's coming up. And Jack wants to know what to get her as far as non-jewelry. He doesn't want to get her jewelry because he thinks it'll be a little bit serious. It'll look like he's trying to make a serious effort to be a little bit more with her, and he doesn't want that. Jack, you said you're good friends with her. I'd just go off of that, man. Just go off of her interests. What does she like? What does she not like? What kind of food does she like? Does she like movies, music? Go off of what you know about her. If you can't really think of anything specific, flowers is always a good gesture with a card, and just like a stupid gift, a humorous gift. Just to show that you thought about her and gave the effort is enough. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture, because if you do a grand gesture, then she is going to start thinking you want a little bit more with that. Ben asked, is it too late if a girl says she just wants to be friends? Basically, he went on a couple dates with this girl. Everything went great according to him. And he said a couple days ago she sent him an email saying that she just wants to be friends for right now. Ben, that doesn't mean anything in today's terms. A lot of women say that, and they end up being with the guy they just wanted to be friends with. Case in point, look at me. One of the first things that my current girlfriend told me was that when we met online, not in person, but when we had started talking, she said she just wanted to be friends. She didn't want to sleep together. She didn't want to start dating. She just wanted to be friends, have a new friend to talk to. And, that was fine. I was fine with that. So, and we hung out a couple times, and I didn't pursue her, but she reminded me that she still wanted to be friends, didn't want to fool around or anything like that. So I took that and accepted it. And look now we're dating, Ben. So, no, it's not too late, man. If a girl says that, just don't pressure her and be a friend to her, And if over time you really start developing strong feelings for her, then let her know. But also let her know that you're not going to pressure her, and if she doesn't want that, then okay. But no, just remember that, Ben. It's never too late if a girl says that. Unless she gets married, then you might want to turn your options, man. Justina sent me a letter about her son, who is 15 years old. 3 years ago, she took him out of school, and I guess you said he's a really shy kid, didn't really have any friends there. So he went to a new school, and recently he's been talking about a girl that he was pretty good friends with at that school that you pulled him out of, and was about his only friend, as you were summing it up. And basically you said that he's trying to get in touch with her again and trying to get in contact with her. And he asked you for your help, if you could maybe help him out on trying to get back in touch with her, finding school contacts and whatnot, and finding out where she is now. And your question to me was why would he be wanting to contact her now, that he has a lot of access to his old school acquaintances through Facebook and whatnot. And you said, why is he wanting to get in contact with this one girl? Well, my question to you is, why does it matter? If she wasn't some rebel, like, hell's bell type of girl, she wasn't really a bad influence, or even if, she was just, kind of a wild child or whatnot, what's the difference, Why don't you help your son out? I don't think it really matters if he's putting through the effort, to try and find this girl, Maybe it's for a good cause. I'm sure he's not going through all this trouble just to get laid. If he is, well, then your son is very dedicated, and you should be proud of him. Okay, Dale sent me an email asking me what he should do. His whole family has settled down. Brothers, sisters, cousins, relatives have all settled down. They've had a couple of kids, and Dale's family has been pressuring him to ask, when he's going to settle down and get a family. And Dale, all I got to do is tell your family, just to piss off, because, it's your life, it's not theirs. I understand that they want some grandkids popped out, in a couple of years or something, but you said you're 24 years old, Dale, so you got the time of your life right now. You're in your prime, so take your time, if you're not ready, don't rush into anything just so your family will quit griping at you about it. It's your life, it is not theirs. So only settle down when you feel like it and when you're ready to. Because you should never settle down because somebody's pressuring you into settling down just because they want a couple more grandkids, okay? All right, Roger asked me about a fake pizza order. He called in, basically a classic prank, called in a pizza for his neighbor's house. The neighbor never paid for it. And Roger, you asked me, can the pizza place track your IP, or can you get in trouble for that? I assume if you do it several times, you can. but I would say I don't see you serving jail time for that. But just as a jokester's tip, if you want to avoid getting into trouble, find an address and then order it from a public computer like the